another aspect that I just want to highlight is that in my own efforts to live out my faith and to glorify God, I really didn't feel that I was reaching people or that I was seeing fruit from the way I was trying to testify or witness to people. And in this group, we started reading classics and old books and things where the Christianity was not the forefront, but it was a latent thing. It was the worldview, right? And you can almost hardly find an old book that doesn't have some kind of Christian worldview embedded in it. And that really sort of perked my ears up. And I thought, oh my, what if we could bring back that kind of writing? If we could have a voice in the arts for the Christian truth, Christian message. And so that was another inspiration where I felt, God, there's an opportunity here, there's a mission field here. And while I didn't feel the call to write quote unquote Christian fiction, which is direct, presentation of the gospel, which I think is fine, there's a place for that. I was really inspired by these older books in the way that they wove the Christianity and their faith and truth into just a very beautiful scenes and characters and things that, as Lewis, here we go again, Lewis would say, sneaking past watchful dragons, right? That's what he was trying to do with the Narnia series, where if you couch it in theological language or even more obviously spiritual direct language, some people will just never pick up that book, or they might not get what you're saying. But if you make it a little more, you've talked in your podcast, Grant, a few times about subtlety, right?
Yeah.
If you can just weave it in there to where it's just a natural thing, then you maybe plant some seeds. And so when someone comes along and they have a more direct uh, presentation of the gospel or experience with God, then those sort of things percolate up. And that's the hope that the term is called pre-evangelism or pre-evangelico. And so that's the idea, is that you get people accustomed to the idea of God and the importance of that. And even if no one comes directly to Christ from reading a book that I wrote or whatever, you have at least planted those seeds, and you've also done something beautiful and enabled works of culture for human well-being. And I do think God cares just about the general welfare of humanity. So that is a long winding path of my vision as an artist, as an author, and how God drew me into this path that I think, though, if I had known how hard it was, I don't know if I would have been so naive as to just say, I think I'll write a book.